Happy New Year! Hope you enjoyed the holiday season. So, sticking with the Christmas theme of religiously hijacking a pagan tradition, we now have a new movie to review in January about Catholicism. But in all seriousness, The Conclave is not what I thought it would be. This was recommended to me by a friend, so I checked it out since it's available for free on Peacock if you have an account. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting something potentially super religious, but the presence of Stanley Tucci and Ralph Fiennes quickly quashed that guess. And then, based on the film's description, the rather intense musical score that gave a fantastic vibe to the opening sequence, and my general perception of the organizational entity of the Catholic Church, I expected something like Spotlight. And again, completely quashed. I was entirely wrong. And I'm very happy about that. Spotlight is Spotlight, and frankly, anything else that tries to be what Spotlight is, both as a movie and as a piece of art, has an impossible task it will fall short trying to achieve. Instead, The Conclave is a film that serves more as a meditation on the concepts of uncertainty, leadership, hypocrisy, and how we all face the reality that oftentimes there are no ideal solutions. The film follows Fiennes' character, Thomas Lawrence, as he leads a new election for Pope following the sudden and unexpected death of the current Pope. Out of the 4 or 5 front-running candidates, nearly all have their flaws. One can't seem to compromise on anything that might garner him support. One is a complete reactionary who's set to swoop in and sweep up any and all votes if things can't come together around a more tolerable option. Another might have been on the verge of being fired by the Pope just days before this election. And yet another still has a scandal in their past that they're a complete ball of stress over. Lawrence, Fiennes' character, is tasked not only with facilitating the election of one of these men, but also dealing with them in all of their hypocritical, holier-than-thou posturing. He's up against 100 different individuals who are part of this election, all of whom know how flawed the church is, yet refuse to truly admit flaw in themselves. All of these 100 men claim that those who desire power are those who are unfit for it. Yet all of these 100 men secretly vie for that very power all the same. This is an electorate full of people who want real change and concrete steps to be taken to move their faith in the right direction, yet somehow it is also an electorate who would sit on their hands in the name of decorum rather than take even a slightly off-kilter approach toward concrete progress. Where have I seen that before? Anyway, back to the review. And frankly, it's maddening to observe, much less navigate. Accurate or not as to the actual papal election process, it's resonant in the ideas and themes it presents. Pride and tradition and ego all get in the way of what we're capable of. Selfish ambition is hidden behind veneers of humility. All of this mixes together in a sequestered environment where people seem to be allergic to confronting any sort of truth, be it systemic or personal. I really enjoyed The Conclave. Its setting gave way to some really gorgeous shots, the acting was great, as was the score, and most of all, it felt like it was its own thing. It didn't seem to chase after the obvious low-hanging fruits that would have brought down a film with this subject matter, and The Conclave was all the stronger for it. There's much more that can still be brought to a discussion about the Catholic Church, and I'm glad that The Conclave attempts to give these ideas their time in the sun. I rate it a 3.5 out of 5 and recommend it if you're in the mood for some good drama. It offers a level of intrigue and gossip not seen since a high school lunch table full of popular girls. Until next time.